Let's talk about the human mind. It's the most powerful, most complex, and honestly, the most misunderstood weapon on the entire planet. If you can learn how to control it, there is literally no limit to what you can achieve. But if you don't, well, then it controls you.
So let me ask you a question, and I really want you to be honest with yourself here. Is your mind your slave, or are you its slave? The answer to that one question, it's going to define the entire course of your life.
I want you to think of it like this. If your mind is this incredibly powerful, high-performance weapon, then human psychology is its user manual. It is the guide to understanding how it works, how to aim it, and how to unlock its full, incredible potential. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to really lock in why your mind is your greatest weapon. Then we're going to turn inward to understand and conquer ourselves before we look outward to recognize the world and the people in it. We'll even get into some of the mind's more mysterious powers. And I promise, I'll leave you with the perfect first step to start your own journey.
Okay, first up, the mind as your greatest weapon. Let's just get one thing straight right from the start. Psychology is not just for therapists or academics sitting in ivory towers. It's a real-world tool for every single one of us.
So what is it, really? Well, at its core, human psychology is just the study of the mind's functions and behaviors. But it's so much more than that. It is the absolute key to controlling your most powerful asset. Whether you're talking about business, relationships, or just dealing with people day to day, this is the master skill.
Now that we've set the stage, let's turn that focus inward. This next part is all about understanding and conquering yourself. Because, before you can even think about mastering the world, you have to master the person you see in the mirror.
Psychology is kind of like a mirror for your own thoughts and emotions. It helps answer that question that I think we all have, right? Why do I do the things I do? Think about something like stage fright, that feeling of absolute panic. Psychology helps you understand the triggers firing off in your brain, and once you understand them, that's when you can start to control them. And this isn't just some theory, okay? Just look at someone like Oprah Winfrey. After an incredibly challenging childhood, she spent years battling depression. It was by actually applying these principles of human psychology that she was able to understand her own mind and totally transform her life. It's powerful stuff.
And we all fight this battle every single day. Your alarm goes off, your logical brain says, wake up, but your emotional brain whispers, just 5 more minutes. You smell that amazing food, logic says don't eat that. Emotion says, come on, 1 bite won't hurt. It's this constant, endless tug-of-war.
Winning this battle, that's pretty much the definition of emotional intelligence. And the only way you can win consistently is to understand your opponent. Psychology teaches you to see your emotional triggers, to get why they have so much power over you, and then, finally, to take back control.
So, we've looked inward. Now it's time to look outward. This next section is all about recognizing the world and the people in it. Because you have to remember, those same psychological forces that are driving you, they're driving everyone else too.
You really have to accept a hard truth here. Every single person has 2 sides, the side they show the world and what we can call their dark side. Now, this isn't about good versus evil. It's just that hidden place where they keep all their insecurities and negative emotions. If you don't get this, you will be blindsided. But if you do, you can communicate way more effectively and avoid being manipulated.
And it's so important to realize, this doesn't just apply to individuals. The world itself has a dark side. There are systems out there that are psychologically engineered to keep you distracted, to keep you compliant, and to keep you chasing things that don't really matter.
So what am I talking about? I'm talking about what some people call cheap entertainment. Things like reality TV shows, endless celebrity gossip, those viral memes. Look, they seem harmless, but they are designed to eat up your most valuable resource, your attention, and to keep you from thinking too deeply about what's really going on. This whole process is perfectly captured by social media. It is no accident that you can't stop scrolling. These companies spend millions researching your psychology. They literally hire psychologists to design their apps to intentionally exploit your brain's triggers for addiction. Then you're fed an endless stream of content that keeps you hooked, trapping you in this cycle where your attention becomes their profit.
Okay, this brings us to our next section, which is just fascinating, exploring the mysterious powers of the mind. Once you really get the basics, you can start to unlock these profound capabilities that are just lying dormant inside you.
You see, beyond all your everyday thoughts lies your subconscious mind.
It's this vast, powerful, and mysterious realm that science is honestly just beginning to understand, and that's where your deepest potential is waiting. When you start to study the mind on this level, you begin to unlock concepts like the power of visualization. You learn to trust your intuition, that sixth sense. You can explore the hidden power in your dreams, and you can even learn to channel some of your most powerful primal energies, a concept often called sex transmutation.
Now, the key here is that this is way more mental than physical. Sex transmutation is the art of channeling that potent sexual energy away from a purely physical expression and redirecting it into a mental one. And this focused energy can then fuel immense creativity, ambition, and achievement.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. So many of history's greatest achievers and leaders, we're talking Swami Vivekananda, Nikola Tesla, Steve Jobs, Muhammad Ali, they all reportedly understood and mastered this very art to fuel their world-changing accomplishments.
So, you're convinced, you get the power. But where do you even begin? That brings us to our final section, the first step of your journey.
So the source material for this explainer gives us a fantastic reading list to get you started. If you want to understand other people, there's the laws of human nature. To understand yourself, thinking fast and slow. And to tap into those deeper powers, you've got the power of your subconscious mind and Think and Grow Rich. This right here is your foundation.
So what's the bottom line here? You now understand the why. Human psychology isn't some boring, dusty academic subject. It's a tool. It's a tool for control, for success, and for real self-mastery. It is the user manual for your greatest weapon.
Which leaves us with just one final, powerful question. And it's a question I really want you to carry with you long after this is over. Starting today, how will you use your weapon?